Hey everybody, welcome to our live chat. I am Heather and we come to you live several times a day, but we are changing up the schedule. And so I did show you some times before, and we'll be talking about that more and more. But starting Monday, our schedules are changing. So we'll be here at 9:30 for Wake Up and Makeup starting Monday. So hope everybody can join us. So, hey, Candy, good to see you. So, in these, we do like to go over the starter kit, what you receive. So, there's no surprises. You know exactly what you are getting. So, I'm actually going to get a wipe out real quick. So, I didn't get a chance to take off my makeup from before. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? Let me wipe that off. So let's go over real quick. Yes, starting Monday, 9:30. And I'll go over that towards the end as well. But we'll be here at 9:30 on Mondays. Monday. And we'll be talking about that schedule change as well. So, all right, let's go over the starter kit and what you receive. This is our icon. As soon as I find it, there we go. This is our icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. All of them are operated just about the same, which is great news because what I'm telling you to do for one, you can do for all of them. And it comes with makeup. Each system does come with makeup. And so this is the first time you're getting the airbrush. You'll want the 2 large bottles of foundation so you can practice and have fun with it and experience it and just kind of work it, basically. But we also give you the 2 bottles because they are similar in color, but that way you can color match 365 days a year and not have any demarcation lines and not look like it's the wrong color. It's going to match perfectly. And then we also give you Bottle of Love and Blush. And when you start, we want you to do the following things right here. We want you to get it out, plug it in, and when you turn it on, there's air that comes out. So as soon as you have this air that comes out, you know that that's where the makeup's going. So no product is being released until you pull back on the trigger. So you do want to keep these steps going. So keep that stylus moving, feeling that air, keep your eyes open, keep it 4 finger widths away from your face. It's a perfect distance. And then slightly pull back on the trigger. You will want to practice this all the time. All the time. All right. And then you can start having fun, put some makeup in there. You can also put makeup in the stylus and spray a paper towel or a piece of paper, because that will also show you how to get started and how you're doing with it. So let's go ahead and do some makeup because I feel like I need some pretty badly. I am going to go in and use the CC concealer. And yesterday we touched on the exposure highlighters, and I'm actually going to use those again today. So I'm going to use, I feel like I didn't get all this off. I'm always careful to wipe around my eyebrows so I don't wipe them off, but we'll touch them up if we need to. So I'm going to do a couple of drops of the CC concealer. And I'm using the light beige concealer. Turn on my system, and then working on these things right here. I'm still, because I'm going to spray it underneath here, I am going to come in just a little bit closer, but I'm going to hold it a little bit down. Normally you want to keep it this way. I am going to hold it just slightly down so the air blows down a little bit and not into the eye, which, guys, I mean, look, this is just a light, I don't even know if you can see it below my hair. It's a light kiss of air. So it's not like, you know, wind tunnel when you're going through it. So I'm just touching up I know my nose gets a little red, so I'm going to do my eyelids as well. And again, underneath, making sure that I get those problem areas. I'm getting a jump on those problem areas. So I can go in, do a little bit more here. and only hitting those problem areas. It's just like any other concealer, except for the fact it's not leaving demarcation lines. It's not leaving things that, you know, like with traditional makeup, you would have that demarcation line, and then you would use the foundation to blend all of that out. You're not going to have those issues with Luminous with airbrushing. So now I put that underneath my eyes, kind of in here. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the exposure highlighter. This is the bronze one. I can use it right there. Now, because I really haven't done foundation yet, I can kind of play with it. Even though I have airbrushed the concealer, that's really only in certain areas. And I still will go in and just kind of tap it out, not necessarily rub. And if I put too much, I can go in and do this and then wipe my hands and go back. So I'm just tapping that right in there. And look how, oh, I just love this. Look how bronzy, like you have this nice shimmer. Now, right now, it might seem a little much, but keep in mind, I haven't done my foundation yet. And so this is allowing you to put this on, and even if you do get shimmer happy, it's okay because I still have to put on the foundation. And so that way it will blend everything together as well, where I won't have it where it's super, what we call hot. It's not going to be like boom in your face. It's going to dial it back a little bit. So now I'm going to add, let me shake up my bottles, and I'm adding the Silk 4-in-1, adding a few drops, turning my system on. Now I'm going to start at one spot, moving around. You can move your hair out of the way. And the stylus is so precise. It only goes where you're pointing it. It's not going to get everywhere. Okay, that's one pass. Now I can look in the mirror and say, okay, where do I need more? Is this a little bit still too shiny? Well, then go back and cover a little bit more. Go back on my forehead. And there we go. So I used all of the drops that I put in there. However, if I look back in the mirror and I'm like, hey, I might need a little bit more, I can add a few more drops. So when you're first learning, you're only going to use about 5 to 7 drops. And so if you're using more, that's fine, because you'll start getting it every time you use the system, every time you do airbrush. And so just still put 5 to 7, because you want to challenge yourself every single time to know that, okay, I should be able to cover everything. What am I doing wrong? So you can look and see what you need to work on. Are you pulling back too hard on the trigger? Is it sticky? Are you holding it too close? Do you see some streaks? If you saw streaks, you could take a brush, you could take a blender and pat that out. You don't have to start over. You can fix anything. That's the one thing I love about Luminous, is the fact that honestly, there's really no mistakes. You really can fix anything. So I'm now going to do some eyes, and I have a lot of stuff right here. Let me get this out for a second. Oh. And I'm going to be using the Click and Play. All right. So the Click and Play does have, I'm just going to dump them all out. The Click and Play does have a a primer that you can use. So we do talk about using the primer, and sometimes I use this primer. You can use this primer for any of the eyeshadows that we have. Sometimes I just use airbrush foundation. So this is it's a little creamy. And so I'll go in and add a little bit of primer. And this is going to help the makeup stick and last a little bit longer. So it is going to stay in place. So I just tap that on. I'm like, what shadows should I use? What to do? I don't know. Let's use this one. And let's use this pretty one. All right, so I'm going to be using Desert and Emerald. So Desert is a matte color, very neutral matte. And I'm going to go in, let me wipe off this brush. And using the flat side of the brush, I'm going to go in and use this on my lid. Starting on the inside. And again, super high pigmented. So you don't have to like dig in it or anything like that. I'm just going to add that to the lid, and really just the lid, not bringing it up anymore in the crease, just keeping it right there. And then now, here's my brush. I'm going to go in. Ooh, I love this. This is Emerald. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm going to use this with a blender brush. And I'm going to use that on the outside. And so once I get it, oh, did I just lose focus? Hold on, let me do this. Hold on. There we go. And then over on this side. So you can get the color on and then start blending it. So I'm just going back and forth. And another thing I like to do is I'll take a tissue or paper towel and I keep it here and I'll wipe my brush on it just to help with any blending. So if you do have buildup from blending, you can just kind of dust off the brush and blend, blend, blend. And then I'm going to go back. So if I really like that peachy color, or is it peachy? It's Desert. So I can go back with Desert, kind of brush it over. So it's blending and kind of fading the emerald a little to soften it. Again, depending on whatever look you're wanting that day. So now I'm going to take Emerald. Do I want to do that? No, let's wait on that because I might do something different. All right. Now let's do some contouring. That's all I'm going to do for my eyes right now. Our click and plays are so amazing. If you haven't had a chance to check those out, you'll definitely want to check them out. And then doing a little bit of contouring. Just a little, because I still have that kind of that, you know, the bronze shimmer. So I don't want it to grab that, but I want to have a little bit of oomph right there, a little bit of shape to my face, which is important, right? All right. So now let's go in and with Dusty Rose lip liner. I'll go in. You know what this reminds me is merengue. Very neutral. And lining right there and smudging a little. To kind of work it in and have some staying power. So that way you don't see that line. I cannot stand seeing that real exact precise line. I like seeing it very smudged and very light. Let's go ahead and add mascara, because you'll see what a difference mascara makes. So now, using the larger part of the brush to get the mascara on, and this tiny part at the very tip to separate and straighten the lashes. Using the thinner tip to get it on the bottom as well. And there we go. See what a difference mascara makes? It makes you look like you're awake. I just love it. It does make a difference. So there you go. But isn't that shine gorgeous? Even for, you know, we think of the shine as summer, or I honestly like the controlled shine where you do have options where your face will stay matte, but you can control that shine. I just really love it. It gives it that healthy glow, that kind of lit from within look, and that's what I like. I like it. And so, oh yay, everybody loves it. So next hour, still airbrushing. I'm going to tweak the eyes a little bit to show you how to do that. And we might change up the lips a little bit, but I'm really digging the shine. I'm really digging it. But who knows what we'll do next. All right. So I hope to see everybody there. Let me show you real quick. On Monday, we are going to start at a new time. Tomorrow, 9 and 11, I'll still be here with you. But on Monday, we will have, oh, it's going to come up later. Okay. Starts at 9:30. It's wake up and makeup at 9:30 on Monday. All right. So get prepared for our new schedule. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. All right. Bye for now.